Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 23rd. It's 8:10 in the morning. I don't know what YouTube is doing that I can't get a live video up, so I'm not even going to worry about that anymore when I want to make a video. Uh, I got a couple things I want to bring up and talk about this morning. One of them is how Congress is continuing to allow Trump to do unconstitutional things. You can't remove Trump without removing the Congress. Both parties, all members, must be removed. It's as simple as that. I wouldn't even care if you went from federal all the way down to the local and removed every single politician existing right now. They're all criminal. They're all traitors to the people of this country. They're all, one and all, are traitors to the people of this country. That's what I think. Next subject. Next topic. Oh, that's the last of my coffee. This morning I was on YouTube and I watched a whole bunch of videos. There's some depressing shit what this country is allowing to happen to the people in this country. And then turning around and declaring them homeless, illegal homeless, and we're going to remove you. You got no more authority to do that than you do to do anything else that you're doing that is paid for by the taxpayers of this country. You bunch of Trump Gestapo Nazi son of a bitches. Come around my area. Come down my road and see what happens. I don't need assistance. You wear your mask where nobody can identify who you are. You don't show any badges, and you never let people read the warrants. They could be a piece of paper with any fucking thing on it. You're already lying because I know for a fact most of you aren't even federal employees. You haven't been trained because we can tell that in how you act with people. You bunch of jackbooted thugs. Gestapo. Trump's Gestapo. You want this country to be a dictatorship with Nazi white supremacist Christian nationalist influence so bad you're willing to kill and make people disappear. The table is going to turn sooner or later, and you people are going to become known. I agree with the governor of California that said no law enforcement can be masked in his state. Some says that doesn't apply to the ICE people or federal agents. I don't think that's true. If you cross outside your jurisdiction, you haven't been called into California by the governor. You're pretty much outside your jurisdiction. If the governor doesn't call for the National Guard there, the courts have already proven that that's an unconstitutional move on Trump's part. Trump wants to send National Guard and Marines and whatever to some other city, like Memphis is the last I heard about. That's unconstitutional. He's not reducing crime. He's making a show of force of a military force to the citizens of this country. They're not collecting immigrants anymore. They're disappearing people. They're arresting people, mostly for no reason, for protesting, and we have a right to protest in this country. We have always had that right, and we will have that right, and Trump can kiss my ass. I mean that thing. Trump can kiss my ass. Wish Trump would set foot on my fucking property. I wish he would. Nobody would have to worry about Mr. Trump anymore. I got federal marked postings for no trespassing. Cops can't even come across his property without me knowing. Gate open or not, it's marked. Some say, well, if your gate's open, they can't. No, they can't. Now, if you got the federal markings with the purple markings on them, the color defined by federal markings within the limits of how high and how low they need to be, and I have that all the way around my property. You should do the same if it's yours. Next topic. This is a better topic. This is a much better topic. I got this knife off of eBay since I'm recording it, right? It's called a Dirk, a Celtic Scottish Viking Dirk, and I really like it. And this one, it's got a rosewood handle, but you can't see the tang in the end of it, which is something I kind of But I love this blade. See this blade? It's a Damascus blade. It's only sharp on one edge, the bottom edge. Okay, it's a nice looking knife. It's light. It feels really good in my hands because it's got a big grip. I like a big grip anymore, you know. I would much prefer to have the blade edge forward, punch and slash, you know. If I want to follow through a punch, then it becomes a slash. And goes back in the sheath like that on my belt. So if I pull it out, it's already in slash mode. Defense, that's all this is for, is defense. I got it on eBay, I think it was $29 plus shipping. It's got its own custom, it says leather, it's probably leather. I haven't seen no reason for it to not be leather. But see, it's a little thin. I wish it was a thicker leather. I may one day have to buy me a bigger, thicker, not a bigger, but a thicker sheath to hold this one. And if I have to modify this wood, I will. You know. But I do like the size of it. And I do like being able, if I pull it out, it's a slash move. Slash and then stab if I need to. Like that way. Since I'm recording, I can show a knife. YouTube. Okay. Next topic. I've been in the herbs for a long time, but I haven't been serious into herbs. I mean, I've got right above me, all the way down on this wall, is nothing but herbs now and books. And that short bottom shelf has like some glassware that I use to mix. I've got some grinders over there. I got one back there up under that shelf back there at the back. This little thing right here, the black one, that's a grinder for coffee and nuts and whatever, so it grinds up herbs really good. And I got a new one in yesterday I ordered, because it's a bottom one where, you know, the top comes off like that and goes back on. You line the little marks up and it goes back on, but it's a rechargeable, USB rechargeable. I could take that. I could go collecting in the van somewhere and stop and go collecting. I can grind them all up and not have this big long thing. I can grind them all up and put them in plastic jars before I ever get home. Now that's cool. That's fresh. If you listen really hard, I have a couple mead bottles over there just bubbling and bubbling. I mean, there's two over there right now. One's a regular traditional mead, just sugar and water and some yeast and some enzymes to help it percolate, ferment, go through the ferment process. The other one has strawberries in it. And strawberry mead I'm trying. I got elderberries. I mean, not elderberries. I'm sorry. I got some blueberries I picked up, my wife picked up the other day. We're going to try some blueberry wine with no honey, just some wine. Put them in there with, let it go and see if we can make us some wine. I might try that in a small bottle today. I got some, hold on a second. If I can get up out of here, I'm having a hard time with my back and legs. I need to get these out anyway because I told her I'd start this today. Ow. I'm glad I'm not on video. Come on here. Okay. You get down with these. I already took out two of these, I think. And I taped it back up, trying to keep dust and shit off my bottles, you know. Yeah, I done used two of these. And they're still in the plastic, so they're brand new, so I have to sterilize them before I can use them. I'm going to try to take two of them and make me two bottles. I'm going to put this back in here. Of blueberry wine. These are the flip them up and lock them down type bottles. But they need some... they're going to have to be cleaned, you know. Well, I don't think that's going to be no problem. But I'm going to do that after I get off this video. I'm going to make some blueberry wine. Because the wife said she drinks some blueberry. I'm going to make her some. When baby says she wants something, baby gets what she wants. So, why not? Why not? I ain't gonna tape this back up. I might decide to put them back in there until they have time to cure. I've been thinking about getting taking basic needs, pulling the business that I used to have of Mystic Wolf, Holistic Health. I also had another doing business as Newberry Holistic Health. Either one, you know. Some people didn't like the whole Mystic Wolf thing. Retards. So I'm going to take my basic needs organization and I'm going to pull up my Newberry Holistic Health up under it. And I'm going to add herbs. And I may make some things to sell. But I won't know until, since these are my first meads, because meads are all herbals, you know, animal stuff in them. You know, wines and a mead. I want to get down to one specific kind that I like the best. And if I can get people to give it a taste and see what they think about it, well, we'll know more, won't we? We'll know more at that time. Um, so yeah, doable. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Them bottles are just going, boy. Bloop, and then bloop, bloop, and then bloop, and then bloop, bloop. The one that's doing slower was the first one. Yeah, they're all going. It's three really, because the third one is something I'm trying that nobody's told me about. It's something I come up with on my own, and I'm not going to talk about that one just yet. Homebrew mead, rum and honey, and rum, honey, and strawberry. Two kinds, plus the third one. And I've made several tinctures in the last 2 weeks. I got some more elderberry tinctures, which we always keep here. We start getting a cold or a sniffles or just don't feel right, we start popping the elderberry tincture. Tinctures are made with vodka. You put vodka in there, you put some elderberries in there, you let it sit for about 4 to 6 weeks, and it's usable. You strain the berries out, and you just have what's left. It'll be a purple looking mix. That one's up there behind some boxes, so it would be in the dark, but I can't reach it right now. I made an oregano tincture and what I call a shut up. Go get them. Go get them. If they're out there, they ain't got no sense. Bear's big enough, he can jump that fence if he needs to. But he'll jump right back in. He'll go out, do whatever, and come right back and jump right back in the fence. It's the death. I never had a dog that could jump my fences. He's done got that big. If he wants something bad enough, he's going to get it. And he's fast as fuck. He's going to make a hellacious guard dog. And the other two, they just bark, 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 bark. But anyhow, so that might be coming up about my holistic health stuff. I've got an appointment at 3 o'clock with somebody. I want a more formal, official looking website than what I've created in the past. I've tore most of them down. Deactivated most of them. I wasn't happy with how they looked. I wasn't happy with how I had things organized, And so I just took them down. Probably the best thing happened to them. Just take them down. I can throw them back up if I need to, but not anytime soon. Just not. I got a new course I'm working on. Through somebody I can't remember. Oh, American Herbalist Association. It's not a course exactly. It's a video conference. They're supposed to teach you some things I signed up for. That's coming up. There's some other things coming up that I have planned that I have signed up for other people's events, all having to do with my herbal interest right now as I'm still learning and still gathering reference materials while I build my supply of herbs. Some of them I've only got little pouches like. I'm just going to grab the easiest one to grab right now. Some of them came in a package like this. This is a Globe. I can't stand this text where I ordered this from. Don't put this kind of text on nothing. You can't read the shit. But it says Globe Amarantha. Amarantha. ANTH. AMARANTH. Amarantha. It's just flower bulbs. And then some of them look like these. These are the extras I haven't put in anything because I don't like them packages, you know. I've been putting them in here. But usually when I order, they come in a package like this one. This is yarrow. I've used a lot of it. This comes from the Lost Remedies stuff. I'm doing a lot with the Lost Remedies. Some of them come in this box set here that came in. It's not much, maybe an ounce or so. You get like jasmine, and it tells you what they're good for. That's really not enough to do nothing but maybe some teas with. You could get 2, maybe 3 teas out of this. Or if you mix it with something. Or you get a pack like this, says plantain. Plantain's good for skin rash, insect bites, wound care, respiratory, and cough. If you cough too much, you make you a tea. Or something. But it's not enough in here to make the or somethings. I don't even know what that one is yet. Moringa is a green little leaf plant. Moringa leaf looks like this. Okay. Arthritis, immune care, heart health, hypertension, and the liver. Here's wormwood. Here's eucalyptus leaf. If you got a eucalyptus tree in your yard, I did have one till the last hurricane. You get pain relief, headache, skin care, antiseptic, respiratory. Make you a tea. It's green. The light may not be showing it, but it's green. Eucalyptus leaf. It's kind of like the moringa leaf, but moringa is more green. See? Let me show you. The eucalyptus leaf here, and the moringa's there. See how it's more green than this one? I turn them around so you can see. Like that, and like that. Anyhow, maybe I'm strange. My nose don't smell right anymore, but I smell such a mix of things with these. It's incredible. It's just incredible. And I've been using them. I got some lion's mane I haven't opened yet. Milk thistle. Just like that. This is what you walk through the fields and you get thistle all over your pants and stuff. It's kind of like that. This ain't the little clingy stuff. There's an unopened pack of rosemary. It's like what you use for herbs when you're cooking, you know. Look it up and see what else it's good for. Reishi mushroom powder. See that? Mushroom powder. I don't know what that's good for, but I'm going to try it when I look it up in one of them books I got. This one goes back in here. And the lid. This is just stuff I haven't put up on my shelf yet. Mostly because, except for doing it like that. Most of it I have in little bottles that looks like some of the packs that I've already got into using, like this one of Clover. That's about a 4 ounce. Here's another version of a bottle that I got, also more like a medicine bottle, like they used to use to give medicine with. Chamomile, and it's about a little bit more than half full. I don't know how good that's going to show on the camera. And then I use regular quart jars. I've got regular quart jars. Some of them are full, like hyssop, and I got oregano full. I've got spearmint full. Yarrow's full. Yarrow's good for stopping the an open wound bleed. You grind it up into a powder. I'll get that and show you that. I got that. Only got one bottle ground up so far. And it's not full. In the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, yarrow is something you can find out most anywhere all over the country. You grind it up. I don't know if I can get the camera to see it. I don't know if the camera can see that either. See that powder in my see that powder in my hand right there? I'm trying to get it where you can see it. Right there. That powder, you just pour it onto a wound and it helps the blood clot and stop the bleeding. Doesn't matter how much you have to use. So I'm going to do some more grinding here after a while and get this to be a full bottle. You use it like today we use, what's down here? Today we use things like Celox to pour over a bleeding wound to help it clot. They used to just keep a pouch or a bottle, and yeah, they kept them in bottles or pouches, leather pouches that pulled with the strings at the top and shut it. Soldiers used to do that. I mean, even back to the Romans and the Vikings used to have yarrow for wounds, little pouches on their belts. But anyway, that's all the kind of stuff I'm into here lately. So I'm doing a lot. I've spent a good bit too just to get some things in there, like over there on the table. Out right there is a glass teapot. I'm having to work my finger different because of the camera. There's a teapot. There's a candle holder if you want to keep it warm. Some of it's a little easier to drink when it's warm. You put a tea light candle in the bottom of it, and it kind of lights up the whole thing. Whatever color you get in your tea, when it's infused into your tea, you get the color comes up with the light, and it expands out into the walls around it. I've got a cooker there, a single eye burner to heat if I need to boil it. Some you have to boil. You don't do the cold water infusion, which takes longer. You boil it and you get more of the medicinal products out of it. That's important. I got my little, this is not easy. Give me this thing. Those pots and all are Tea Bloom. I got a few of their products, Tea Bloom. They make this product, Tea Bloom. It's a 2 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute hourglass. So you turn it upside down, that counts you down. But it'll all empty by 5 minutes. It'll all be gone through by 5 minutes. I'm going to set that right there. You can see it's starting to build up on the bottom already. This one will be out in 2 minutes, this one will be out in 3 minutes, and this one will be out in 5 minutes. If I'm still on, I'll show you. I'm going to set it down right like that. I use those for how long I need to boil or how long I need to soak something. You know, I'm a little close. I don't want to look weird on the camera. Something like that. I've started sprouting herbs over here on this window. I don't think you can see them from there. That light's going to cast it out where you can't see it. But I've got a couple herbs in there. Some of them's already sprouted. And a rosemary I picked up at Walmart in the grocery section where they sometimes sell the plants. Herb plants. I picked up a rosemary because that's all they had was rosemary. All the shelves on that rack was rosemary. So I grabbed one. Won't have to plant seeds. And it's growing since I got it. In the afternoons, I get no sunlight really through this window. So I have a grow light. And you can see it on that shelf. It comes up and then follows out that way. And then goes down. Anyway, that's a grow light that came in a 2-pack. When I redo that over there, I'm going to add a wood shelf on the inside of the window. And I'm going to lay trays that can hold starter packs of plants that I want to sit out next spring. And I'll have a grow light on each side to make sure they get plenty of down light while they're growing. Because the afternoon, there's no light really comes through there, just what's out in the yard. Therapy room is turned to an office, and now it's a mix of things. It's just a mix of things. Preparedness stuff behind me, search stuff behind me, herb stuff all along this wall and this wall. On this wall, I've got a mix of everything, more reference books and stuff. See the green stuff up here? You can tell some of that down is just them 2 shelves. Is all search stuff except for my bags on the bottom. I got a cert bag, a bag that I take out to the van, a herb bag to go collecting, and I got a my basic needs admin investigator bag over here. I did this to that bag. And it's already pretty full. If I'm going out and doing some admin stuff or something, I take this bag. It's got some notebooks in here. These pouches here are empty right now. But if I snatch this open on my basic needs, admin and inspector, because I'll go out and inspect paranormal stuff sometimes. Oh, yeah, buddy. I do paranormal work as well. If you didn't know that, now you do. I don't talk about that a whole lot. That's more of a hobby. I keep a pair of really nice Celestron binoculars in here, the high-powered deals. I keep a digital recorder in here. Divination rods. If I'm investigating something abnormal, I may want to check the Geiger counter and see was there radiation present. I got more notebooks and clipboards and things in here on this side, and some folders for the next new things that I do. And then I take them out when I come home. I don't keep all that stuff in here. And sometimes you need divination rods. 2 copper divination rods are kept in here. And I keep them in the plastic too, so nothing happens to my divination rods. They stay clean, they stay ready, always ready to go to work for me. Timer's out. That's been 3 minutes. Like I have any need to time me, you know. I have all the time in the world. I ain't going nowhere. But it's kind of new that I've come up with a need to carry around. If I go somewhere, I carry this bag because the books and clipboards and stuff in this pouch here that I didn't open. There's some pouches in here, and there is my little wax notebook. I have some name tags in case people want to know how informal and I have on a decent shirt. I don't go nowhere with tank tops on. But around the house, I might as well be comfortable, right? It's all about comfort for me at the house. There's I can put water bottles and stuff on the ends because they have the webbing, and I don't. But I do carry a whistle and a flashlight just in case on the other side. My basic needs is it's investigator for somebody else. For me, it's just admin and investigator. I even have another bag like that in green that's over here under that shelf. I'm not going to get that. I have all my instructor materials in there. And by that I mean, put that time rope here on the shelf. By that I mean, I can teach anything the Red Cross needs you to know, like first aid, CPR. I can teach that. I can teach anything to do with CERT, search and rescue. I can teach basic CERT. I can teach an advanced level CERT, all the way up to a program manager. I have the qualifications for that. I can't teach the more advanced first aid to make you a first responder, but I can teach you first aid that'll let you do a first responder's work as to what you know until you get more help. Okay? There's some things that you may not want to do on your own alone. Or you may not know nothing about it. So you have to be careful what things you can do. You might can only apply a tourniquet and get somebody to help you transport this individual. And on the CERT teams that I have in the trailer, I grab by how many people I think are going. I don't keep all that in the van no more like I was, because I don't have people, you know. But each team has a roll-up stretcher on the medical bag for each team. I have a medical bag. It's not very big, but it has most everything they could need, plus a roll-up stretcher. You unfold it. You can either let people help you carry it, or you can put brooms through the handles through the end loops on the sides. You could put a broom or something on the sides and carry somebody if they're not too big, you know. Somebody my size or bigger, you're not likely to carry them with 2 normal people. You're going to need somebody. But I'm lost a lot of weight. That's another topic. You can, those roll-up stretchers, you can carry somebody with 2 people, but you really need somebody in the middle. So you're talking at least 4 people. For bigger people, you need at least 4 people. And you don't have to have the handles running through the ends unless you just happen to find something and 2 people can carry the wounded person. And then keep your get them there. do a 2 or 3 people maneuver and get them off and take it, roll it back up, put it in your pack, and go back and do whatever you need to do. If you're taking them to a medical site, like a medical site that's been marked, you've got an ambulance there or something, you got somebody that's more qualified than you, you know. Maybe an EMS type or a more qualified first responder. I can do a lot more things than first aid can do. If times are bad, I can do a lot more than that. I have all the stuff I've needed to practice sutures. If there's a suture, a big slash or gash, I can sew that up. I can sew up some inside things. As preparedness minded, some of these you can go like to Amazon and buy suture things, you know, to where you buy your sutures, a whole kit. You buy the kit to train on. It's a little foam deal, which is a little thicker on the top, and you learn how to sew it together. And then you just cut all the strings off and it comes back open and you can do it again later. It's a practice thing. And so you can keep practicing with it. It's closed cell, so it reforms itself and you don't know where you've already sewn. Or at least the one I got is that way. I bought a better one. Because I wanted to be able to practice my sewing as long as I can see good to sew. Like that for like a wound situation. I wouldn't do that just out on the road somewhere. I'd probably tape it up and bandage it up. However, whatever has to be done, I can do that. I know how to set bones. I can't do castings. I don't do castings, but I can do the splint thing until you get to somebody that can really put you in a plaster cast. I don't do plaster casts. But I'll put splints on you, either 2 or 4 around it, depending. Because you don't want your leg, if it's your leg, you don't want it to bend. If it's near your elbow, you don't want to bend your elbow. You're going to want it straight or either folded, you know, and put your cast on. I don't do that. I'll give you a sling, bandage it up, and give you a sling for your arm. You can buy slings in lots of 5 or 10. If you don't have something you want to wear and you want to have a sling in your medical kit, buy you the packs on Amazon where you can buy bulk of 5 or 10. I think I got like 20, a pack of 20, and I put them in my bags and team bags. I got 3 team bags out there in the trailer. That's just what I thought I would have to start with, and I had 2. And when that's another story. There's videos for it on what happened. But I could equip enough people to make 3 teams anytime something comes up. But they're not going to be trained. They're just volunteers. And they'll have to sign out for what they get from me and turn it back in. And I'll get details. I'll get their name, some sort of ID, and their home address, and a phone, and an email. And they'll sign for whatever they get from me. What you got? You don't have nothing? There's really nothing over there for you to get around the floor, is it? There ain't nothing you can play with in here but that stupid tire. Get your tire. Bear, get your tire. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Come here. Hey, Bandit. Bear. Yeah. Come on with it. Let me show y'all this thing. It's a tire, right? It used to have white letters all around it. We got him a tire, and he is chewing it all to hell and gone. These are strings inside the tire where he's done pulled the rubber off. I can throw this up in the air and he'll go get it. Watch this. I can turn the laptop to the door, but there's no light in there. Bear, here it comes. Get it. It hit the door in the hallway. He don't like that door. Come on, bring it back. Bear. Bring it back. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Okay, let's do it again without... That's not going to fall. He's got to shake it around a little bit and then he'll bring it back. Come on, Bear. Come on, Whit. You're not coming? He done had enough already. But anyway. I got two dogs that are little divas, and then that big, he gonna be a horse. He's just gonna be a horse. Ain't that right, Bandit? Got to give the other dogs some attention. They get jealous. So I got another idea for another guitar I want to build. They're up there on the wall. Same wall that 3/4 of it is Herb's, and the other quarter of it is my crossbow up here with about 20 arrows in 3 packs of hips and it's a oh, the meds is hitting me already this morning. I like it. I really like it. I didn't get the crank. It's a Killer Instinct narrow crossbow, okay? And this monkey, I love it. I love it. I've already got it targeted in. And it's got the cross reticle with 2 others for, there's a 20 range, 30, and 60 on it. 60 yards, and I can probably shoot it further than that because I've done shot it a few times. I've done waxed up my strings, oiled up my bows and stuff. But this crank here, you switch. If you pull this up, you stretch this out, right, and it pulls your string, and you wind it. You let it down, it locks up, and you just wind it back like this right here. It's not easy to do when you don't have the crank on it. And you have to carry the crank in your pocket. But you can see it's winding it back up. And it mounts on your crossbow. That's an extra $100 item. If you buy it with the thing. This thing that bolts onto the back with the ratchet is an extra $100. But you know I'm old. I can't just reach here and go like that and pull that string back and cock it. I can't do it. I done tried. But I can ratchet it. I can ratchet that bitch back. And it takes a little longer. I like that it's got these little plates here on both sides. There's a plate on both sides to keep the strings from hitting my fingers. I made one of these when I was young out of wood, but it was just a single bow on it. This here it's like a compound deal. Look at this up here. I don't know if you can see it in the light. You can see it when the light hits it like that. See all that? And then the foot thing up here for your foot. That is some high-tech shit. This holder right here, there's a holder that holds this set of arrows. They're 20-inch arrows. I got 4 that have blades, like that. 3 blades. And that thing is, and it's got the piercing one, like the muzzy thing that you use when you go gar fishing and all. Pop that back in twice. And these in the back, you have to pull them all the way back. And they have put, these 3 or 2 have these kinds of points. I'm not saying that they will, I haven't used them yet, but I got a feeling it's going to seriously mess somebody up if I have to get to the last 2. And the reason I'm saying that is they're likely going to go all the way through. But you set this up on the top of it and come down with it, and there's a little lever. You lock that lever down, it ain't going nowhere, see? And you could take that like that. And then I got 2 hip holsters up there that hold 8 apiece. I got one that goes in your pocket that holds 6, plus this. If I was to hook all that on me and go outside, Daryl Dixon never had that many arrows at any one time. And I gotta, if I'm gonna do this, talk about this for a minute, y'all got to hear the rest of it. Hold on a second. I got kind of carried away when I was buying all this gear, right? Well, I needed a new crossbow. I just did. I took a sling bag that I had put wax on. So that's why it looks like this. But then I've got Daryl Dixon response team. In here is all kind of extra arrowheads, fix-it stuff. This front pocket has one of these, and it's nothing but tools for the crossbow, which is mostly Allen wrenches and some more string wax. But this little pouch here that locks, it's waterproof, and it goes in the front pouch, and that's all that's in the front pouch. Wait. Before I had this, I had this Allen set here, right? That's really old, but now I got this, and it goes in there. But it's more Allen wrenches on that than some of my little fold-outs get. Daryl Dixon response team, y'all see that? Or Daryl Zombie response team. I'm sorry, Daryl Zombie response team. Inside, besides the pocket knife right here, I have some more of those straight flat ones for arrows. I bought a bulk pack, that's why there's so many. I have a string pull cocker, like that ratchet one, in case something breaks on one, I got another one. I got more of those arrows, those 3-blade arrows. These are 125 grain arrowheads. I think they're all 125 grains. I got 3 packs of those. But I got more arrows that don't have nothing on them yet. And then in this pouch I've also got another deal. It's called blades too, but it's another kind of blade. You have to put this one together to use it, and it makes a 4-blade set. That's all that's in here is 3 packs of these. This is the second pack. But you put another blade on them. Or you can leave them like that and just use 2 blades. Whatever you need for this. If you're going deer hunting, I'd go with the 4. If you can make it a 4, make it a 4. But you don't always need 4. The more blood they lose, the faster you'll track them down. And then I got another one of those kits. It's got field points, you know, the field points you just practice with. Well, there's 1 pack of these in here. And then all of these look like this, just field practice points, you know. Shooting at targets and grounds. They're all 125 grains. Those are just for practice. I don't have practice arrows on any of my arrows. I've got over there in the corner, I have a little PVC pipe with a cap on the end. I keep all my practice blades in that. Not on the ones that you carry like you going out into the woods or somewhere. These need to go back in there. This don't shut very good. It really don't. I'm gonna put some tape on it. If you don't get out from under my feet, just to help it stay shut. I'm not likely to get into these very often. It's not likely. And then you put all 3 of these back in the top. And because I don't have nothing really to keep all these bladed arrows in, I leave them in the packs. Yep. And that's all of that. You know, the sling, you can pop this off the back. Here's a sling that you pull out. You sling it on the side. You don't carry your arrows on them. Or sling your crossbow on your back. Your arrows are on your back, and this is on your other side if all you're going to have is your crossbow. But that's just me. That's what I like to do. Now, get this back up on the wall might be another story, because I have to take this back off or it won't hang up there where I made a holder. Up there near the ceiling. Thing's hard to get to, boy. Alright. I'm going to hang this back up right quick. If I can get to it. This goes right there. Right there. And this goes up here. Right there. Hers and theirs. And that's it. Done. But I like that right there. It's not something I'd use in the house. It's not something I'd use in the house. But I have my shotgun over here if I need that. With triple aught bolt. Which is bigger than double aught. If I'm going to hit you, if I'm going to shoot, forget about it. If I'm going to use a shotgun. You go in the bedroom, everything becomes 45. I keep my Thompson in there and my 45 Springfield pistol in the bedroom. Everything's got hollow points. Super hollow points if I can find them. There's a lot of topics to talk about this morning. 59 minutes is almost 20. It's almost an hour, I mean. It's counting down at 20 something. So this is almost an hour video. I'm going to stop it here. There's more things I'd like to talk about, but I done covered some topics. Give you an idea of what you can do. If I can do this disabled with my wife and have everything that we need, you can too. This is Larry. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate those that watch it. I'd appreciate some comments. Let's talk. This is Larry, and I'm out of here. Later.